Howdy, and welcome to another episode of Breaking the Seal. This time, my wife brought something home for me, and she said, hey, I got this for you to eat, and I want you to go ahead and hit that like button. And while you're eating it, I also want you to hit the subscribe button. I want you to do both of those while you're eating it, and then you can finish that thing that I got you. Because what she got me was something from Taco Bell. Supposedly they've got a new menu, some new song. I have no idea. I don't really hit this place up too often, and when I do, it's 3 a.m. and I still have to wait 30 minutes in line because there are 12 people ahead of me, and then everybody ahead of the person ahead of me has already gone and gotten and paid for their food, and the one person in front of me is still deciding what they want to eat at the speaker, and I'm tired of it. I'm so sick of it. So I really don't go to Taco Bell anymore. It just frustrates me every time I go there. But they've got something interesting right now. This here is a burrito. Wow. This is a beefy crunch Flamin' hot Frito burrito. That rhymed. I just got that. So I have not had Flamin' hot Fritos. I didn't really know that was a thing, to be honest. Maybe I've just never seen it. I've known of Flamin' hot Cheetos. So I'm very curious to see how it tastes. Really, the only difference between the Flamin' hot Cheetos and the Fritos is the Fritos have a bit more crunch. They're more brittle as opposed to Cheetos that have a little bit of puff to them. Flamin' hot have just barely an amount of puff to them. But there's a very distinct difference in the corn chip and the puff, even though the puff is very crunchy. So I'm very curious to see how this turns out. I think that's probably where the crunch is going to come into this, by having the Fritos. And you know what? I'm before I get too far into the flavor profile of Taco Bell, I'm going to take a bite of this so I can probably express my same opinions on it. Okay, so I think maybe it's been around too long. I did reheat this by the time I got to it, because I get home, I get working on stuff, and then I remember that this is there waiting for me. There's no crunch. There is absolutely no crunch. I can almost taste the Flamin' hot. And even that, honestly, that alone, almost tasting the Flamin' hot, does elevate the flavor profile of this burrito. Otherwise, it is a very bland Dorito. I like to personally identify Taco Bell as very plastic tasting. I think might be a good way to do it. It's very bland in its way. Now, it still has that ground meat flavor. They do have the sauces that you can put on there. They're mild, hot, Diablo kind of stuff. And that's the Taco Bell flavor, right? It's not Mexican flavor. This by no means is Mexican. Maybe it's inspired by Mexican cuisine, but it is not Mexico. I just realized what shirt I was wearing. This ain't what you're going for if you're feeling Mexican, okay? You don't go to Taco Bell for Mexican. You go to Taco Bell for Taco Bell and Baja Blast. And apparently somewhere is selling half-gallon bladders of Baja Blast. That was very unique. I had difficulty wrapping my head around that one. So, I would absolutely take this over a regular beefy burrito at Taco Bell. 100%. Even whether it has the crunch or not, it has significantly improved the flavor. Even just by slightly being there. It is just a hint of this stuff. And I gotta say, if I'm gonna buy one of these, this is the way to go. My personal preference, whenever I go to Taco Bell, is for their taco fries. I don't know. They've got some fries, and I'm a huge fan of fries, so it's hard to go wrong with me on fries. And the Crunchwrap Supreme, because it's good to go. You know, it's got that sour cream and the lettuce. It's got a little bit in there. Usually, you get the actual good flavor once you get to the bottom of it, where everything is settled as you've been eating. I don't know. There's a guy who made some on his YouTube channel, and I'm going on tangents, but that looked a lot better. Anyways, just set your expectations for going to Taco Bell, and if you go to Taco Bell, you already know what I'm talking about. And you're probably mad at me for calling it plastic. But I gotta say, if you're looking for a burrito, don't get the plain one. Get this one. This is definitely a significant upgrade in my eyes. And that's all I got for this one. I'll see you all on the next one.